Everybody loved watching this last time.
Yeah.
I've had so many. Whoop, I forget how tall I am. It's like I'm on the floor. So a lot of people had questions about like. They want to know what you think about how fast my hair is growing. I had a lot of people ask me about what I do to get my hair to grow. Like I just literally chopped off all of my nails Sunday and see how much growth I already have.
Yeah, you've already got like a little white line coming.
And I cut it so there's no white left on my nails at all.
Yeah.
So I get a lot of questions about that. I've had people ask how has the like texture of my hair changed, or like the wave in my hair, because I have noticed a difference in that since I cut the weight off. So I was like, you know what, let's let you explain, because you had your hands in my hair, you know what it feels like, you remember how short you cut it, and what I'll do is I'll put up pictures, but basically when my hair was done, it curled right up underneath my jawline. So let me get my little snap clips out of here. Some of these are so old, I've had them since I was a child.
Oh my gosh.
I even have a couple that I finally had to throw out because they were rusted.
My goodness.
It's only been 2 months and a day since you cut it. Now I washed it, not today, like not last night, the night before last I washed it. So it hasn't been messed with a whole lot.
Yeah.
I have had it pulled up. I get most of it in a ponytail. As you can see.
Right. Well, last time you couldn't get it in a ponytail.
No,
yeah,
and even if I tried like to put one all the way up here, I had like this much and it was going big. So it was hey, that was perfect. But yeah. compared to here.
Yeah, that's at least 1.5 inches, 2 inches of growth. So that's pretty fast.
Dad was like, hair doesn't grow longer than 1 inch a month, or half an inch a month. I was like, there are people that have hair that grows 1.5 inches a month.
Yes.
So I haven't seen any more growth than 1.5 inches, but usually I always say like between half an inch and 1.5 inches is standard monthly growth.
Yeah.
Most people it's usually half an inch, but.
Yeah, some people even only 1/4 inch. So your hair definitely grows really, really fast. So there's a couple of reasons why it can grow so fast. For one, genetics, of course. Also, your diet has a lot to do with it as well. I mean, if you're taking in certain supplements that your body just happens to...
Yeah, I'm not taking any supplements at
all
all anymore.
And junk food all day.
I can.
Yeah.
I usually only eat like 1 meal a day, and that's if I remember.
Yeah.
There's a lot of caffeine in my blood system.
Yeah. That also can do it, because when you think about it, it gets the blood flowing a lot more. So if you have more blood flow to your follicles and your hair and everything, then yeah, it could definitely. I noticed.
I only like brush my hair like once a day usually, maybe like when I first get up and then when I go to bed, that's it. But I have noticed that the more you like stimulate certain areas, like I used to tell people what they noticed, like one side of their head would grow faster than the other. That normally meant, like you can tell this is my dominant side to sleep on due to how much body there is. Even if I try and flip my hair so that it's like this, you can still see,
have that bounce to that side.
Exactly. So you can always tell where they sleep predominantly, also due to not only length but volume. So I would always tell people, sleep on the other side of your head, so you sleep one night on one side and one night on the other. Now I do go back and forth, but I always start out on this side, and then halfway through the night I'll wake up and roll over. But I don't really do, other than testing out a few products here and there, I'm not using any like hair supplements. I'm not using like Nioxin like I used to. There are days when I'm not really hungry and I just make a salad and eat that. There are other days when I literally just sit and eat those weird ripple Cheez-Its at my desk, and that's all I eat all day.
Those things are so good.
I get the ones that are the white cheddar. Oh, they're so good.
Yeah, they're very good.
I ran out 3 days ago.
Yeah.
It takes me 2 weeks to go through a box.
Yeah. So you probably noticed a lot more wave and some curl in your hair since we trimmed it.
Within the past 2 weeks, more wave has come out in my hair. For the first month and a half, my hair was basically straight, and I was shocked.
It was into shock.
Now, it's not it's not as frizzy as it usually got. Like I can see some here, but also we've been messing with it and I've taken it down. But I can get up and brush my hair and go and not have to worry about my hair going poof. When my hair was longer, anything from here and longer, it literally looked like I stuck my finger in a light socket. It was that bad. But I've noticed that only the past 2 weeks has it started to do this stuff. And it's like, well, you can see the natural wave pattern in my hair. It's like every 4 inches, and then we got that one funny spot in the back that's like here, and then I've got another one down here. So even trying to blow dry it and curl it under has been difficult, because as soon as I hit my neck with my hair, it goes bloop.
Yeah. Yeah. It's gonna go through that kind of like awkward. That's the thing is whenever you get cuts like this, as it kind of continues to grow, usually it stays like somewhat uniform. Like even yours right now, like this still looks like a great cut. Like I mean, it's still very flattering on you. But sometimes once it gets a little close to the shoulders, it wants to just right on out.
And the fact that I tuck it behind my ear, it automatically wants to like roll. So but my hair does. I had one person tell me that I need to blow dry my hair with, I don't even know what term it was they were trying to use, but the one that is about this wide that restricts the airflow to only those like 2.5, 3 inches, so that when you're blow drying it with that I guess it doesn't like blow your hair other places. And I'm like, I have one. I won't use it. I use a metal brush, a 2-inch round metal brush when I blow dry because, well, I also have very coarse hair, so I can do that. Yeah. But like if you use one of those like restrictors on it, it can burn your hair like that.
Because it's concentrating all of the heat. Yes. Yeah. So sometimes you'll get a smoother result, but some hair you don't want to do that.
Exactly. Now my hair can take it because it's tough. Yeah. But I thought it was funny that this person tried to tell me how to blow dry my hair.
Yeah. Well, everybody always has an opinion, you know, and if they feel like they have an opportunity to give advice, people always want to do that now. So everyone has their own input. So yeah, it feels super healthy.
Another thing somebody asked me, do I have any split ends? Did you notice them before and do you notice them now? Because I made a comment, I said if she finds a split end, I'll give her 10 extra bucks.
Right? I mean, so far, no.
If you find a split end in my hair, either now or from before, I literally would have paid you 10 extra dollars because if you found one, it would be a miracle due to the texture of my hair.
No, your hair is very naturally healthy, but I think a lot of it has to do with the fact that I mean, especially when it was longer, like you probably didn't really like style it with heat a whole lot, you didn't really color it, you didn't really put any extra like things in it. So, I mean, leaving your hair
a ton of like oils in my hair, leave-in treatments, leave-in conditioners and stuff like that go in my hair, especially when it was longer because the ends of it would get snarled so quick. But let me see if I can find one. There is one thing that I used to always tell people about, and I call them weak ends. And what it is where, all right, here's one, and I'll pull a hair next to it. If you look at this, the ends of this hair versus this one is blunt, whereas this one's more tapered.
It's kind of,
The tapered ones are what I would call a weak end, and when I see those, I'll go and nip the end of it off because that right there is a potential for a split end. But for the most part, my hair, if you look at each of individual hair, it's pretty blunt. Like all of it, even from where it's like cut at the bottom, the cut, it's like straight across. So that was another thing people didn't understand, and I've even showed these tapered ends up close under my camera and stuff to show people the difference in the one that's more blunt and the one that's more tapered. I've even had people ask me to do a video on split ends, and I did a detailed video on, like, they were saying that there's treatments for split ends. I was like, no.
The only treatment is a haircut.
Exactly.
So
I did like a
common misconception though.
I did there's like this company out there that has this like product, it looks like some sort of glue sealant that they're selling to promote like a split end repair treatment. I'm like, no.
It's more of a split end preventative because a lot of what those things do is they'll seal
the hair.
It's coating the end of the hair. It's kind of sealing it up a little bit. But if you already have a split or, like a hair that's breaking off or something like that, the only cure for that is just to come in and get it tried.
Yeah. That's what I tried. And they were like, can you show what a split end looks like under close up on your camera? I'm like, no, because I don't have it. I couldn't. And I have a crazy curly gray hair somewhere up here. I saw it the other day. It's about this long, and it is like kinky. It's like, it's almost like a nappy curl, like what is that, a 2B? Yeah. It's like super coily, and it went ring. I was like, hello. But it feels like rough.
Yes.
When you feel it, it was like,
a lot of those the white hairs, sometimes as people's hair grays or turns white, it comes in a different texture altogether. So most of the time it comes in very kind of like kinky curl, or just very like coarse, or even sometimes you can feel down the hair shaft. It almost feels like bumps.
Yeah, I have like a smooth spot and a rough spot, and it almost feels like you've got sandpaper feeling hair in the center. Yeah. I don't really care about my grays. What I'm thinking about doing is like, you remember how I told you I've got that little patch somewhere up here that has like a whole collection of gray hairs where I'm going to put like a blue dot. I'm still thinking about doing that. I'm wondering if what you would charge me to do something like that, to just put a little blue dot on my head, maybe like at the 6-month mark, and when I could come back and like when it's been exactly 6 months since you cut my hair, and then we could do just something at the root so that people can see just how much growth there is with my hair from 1 month to the next.
Yeah, well, it's something you could always do. I mean, instead of, because if you put like a blue dot or, some kind of semi-permanent, it's going to wash right out and then you won't notice it.
Yeah.
So we could always do a very small, like little thing just right in the back and do like blonde or something. That way then you'd really see
that'd
how
be
much has
like
come out. So we do like a little, just like one little like teensy little piece just to kind of, and then we would be able to see the growth from there.
Yeah.
So we could always do something like that.
That would be, I think that would be neat to show how much progress there is.
Yeah, because you'd never see it back there. It'd be under all that.
Heck,
so.
even if you did something between like here and like here, somewhere in this area.
Yeah.
Because most of that's covered anyway.
Exactly.
So.
Yeah.
But
we could do that. That'd be fun. Like the 6 month mark or something. Just like give a little,
Because I'm trying to do these like updates once a month to show the progress of growth because people are interested.
Yeah.
I mean, I got like 800 views on the last update video between my two channels. I was like, holy crap.
Yeah. Well, because a lot of people don't really document that.
That's true.
Like sometimes they'll just be like, oh, got my hair done, and then like after like a year they'll be like, oh, look how long it is now, but they don't get to see like the whole. Yeah. So that's pretty cool that you're doing that because it kind of takes them along with your hair growth journey.
Yeah, and I've had a lot of. Oh gosh, I've gotten so much hate about cutting my hair. I had one guy completely go off on me. Michael Smith doesn't like that you cut your hair. Michael Smith is angry your hair's short. I'm like, I don't know who you are, Michael Smith. I've never met you. You mean nothing to me. But you telling me I can't cut my hair.
Right.
Michael Smith can go bye-bye.
Yeah. Well, you're always going to have people that, some people love short hair. Some people just absolutely love longer hair.
Oh,
so you're always going to have a hater or two, no matter what you do. So.
Yeah.
Cool. Okay, so today we're just gonna blow dry, and then we'll wash and blow dry, and then they'll be able to see, as I'm styling and everything, how it's coming into place. All right, well, come on over. Let's get you shampooed.
All right, let's start and restart the recording.
All right. Did you want to do a little intro clip or anything? Because we just kind of jumped right into it. I don't know if you want to do like a quick.
Do that at the end.
Okay.
I moved this just a little bit. But piece of my finger that is like hard. The water in.
All right. Feel somewhat comfortable?
My back has been bothering me for a couple of days now. Hey, Charlotte, you got salt lamps up there.
Yes.
Were those your last ones here?
Yes. Yeah, I put those in pretty much right when I opened, which my 1 year anniversary will be next month.
Oh, that's cool. So
I'm so excited. I like to have the salt lamps because it kind of cleans the air a little bit.
Yeah.
And I figure with all the chemicals and all that stuff, it's good to have a nice clean.
Well, because the walls don't go completely up to the ceiling, I guess that airflow. I have little miniature ones. I've got one plugged in as like a nightlight thing that sits on. Oh, that's a cold.
Oh, is it? Sorry. Oh, it's still warm enough.
I have the little miniature Himalayan salt lamps that are night lights that I've got one plugged in next to my bed, and then I've got one in my bathroom. And I've had like mixed things that I've found online about them being in the bathroom because the moisture from the shower can break them down faster. I've had them in there for like a year and a half, and I haven't had any problems with them.
That's good.
But with my allergies, I kind of have to. I'm in a house with 10 cats, and I'm actually allergic to cats.
Are you?
Oh, buddy.
No.
And there are some days it's okay, and some days it's really bad.
Alright, I'm going to use the tea tree shampoo and conditioner on you today. That way you get a little bit of scalp stimulation.
Yeah, that works.
And it feels nice.
That well, and I like it because I have that weird itchy spot on top of my head. I could wash my hair every day and still have that itchy spot, or I could wash it once a week and still have it. And I'm like, really? I've tried all kinds of treatments and stuff on it, and it doesn't seem to go away. Like I have the Briogeo the scalp. It's a tea tree scalp treatment that they have, and I've tried that stuff on there, and it didn't seem to work. The Monumental tea tree, I think it's a strong enough tea tree actually help. Because I've tried other tea tree products, and it's just not as concentrated.
Correct. Yeah, I've noticed that too. Other imposters.
Well, I have straight T35 oil that I will like put directly on my scalp at times if it's driving me too crazy. But I don't know, it's just weird. Like my hands are so dry right now. You can see like where I have a scar here on my hand. You can see all the little lines and stuff in my hands around the scar. I'm like, man, I need some hand lotion. And I put lotion on before I left the house, but when I got in the car, I noticed how dry my hand was.
Isn't it funny how sometimes the rainy weather can actually make you feel dry?
Yeah.
Florida.
It's crazy.
It gets dried out, then it gets humid, then dried out again, humid.
It was nice the other day. Tuesday, Monday. It was like 78 degrees, muggy, but not like super hot. But it had rained all night and rained part of the morning. And maybe it was Monday. I don't know. All I know is that it rained on the weekend. It rained for like 3 days straight, and that was like the first day that we had like a half of a day of rain. And it was cool enough outside that it was nice.
But, yeah, it's been so off and on this week.
Well, it was nice this morning, and then it started pouring about, I want to say 11:30 this morning is when I started hearing the rumble stuff.
Mm-hmm. That's when everyone in here was like, oh no, it's starting to rain. Start handing out shower caps, and your hair will be fine.
Right. Depending on what, like, what is that stuff, the freeze and shine?
Oh yeah,
Oh my God.
the hair
Spray that
sprays.
stuff on, it gets wet, it just creates cement. You're
Right.
right. Moving.
That's right.
I have a couple of, I have a hairspray that I tested out in my hair. I did a 1960s, like, flipped up hairstyle to go with the makeup look that I
I
did.
think I saw that with the blue dress.
Yep.
So pretty.
That dress is like 97% polyester. I didn't know polyester was so
Oh yeah.
Oh my God, I was
It
dying.
turns to wool almost.
That I used I don't even know where it came from, but I had a little sample size hairspray, the John Frieda firm hold stuff. Oh my God. I had taken the cap off and set on the counter. The overspray on everything was so hard to get off. And then it took 4 shampoos to get the stuff out of my hair. That stuff was like determined to stay in my hair.
Sometimes it works a little too good, you know.
Well, and I didn't wash my hair right away. I waited 4 days before, and it stayed flipped up like that for 4 days. And I used, I think, what was it, a 1 inch and a 2 inch barrel. Like I used the 1 inch to get the initial bend, and then I went over it with a 2 inch. So that's what I wanted with a 2 inch curl anyway. And then I used the hairspray on. Oh my gosh, I could not believe how difficult this stuff was to get out. But at least we know it works.
Right? Don't have to worry about that.
Oh.
Works forever.
I had it on the doorknob in the bathroom. I had it. It was all over the door. It was on the bathroom counter. It was down the front of the cabinets. Anywhere that I had like sprayed the stuff in the bathroom, it just kind of like settled and stuck to it. And like all the stuff was difficult to get out.
Have a disclaimer.
Well, I did put up a video on my channel the other day. It was like 8 products in 8 minutes or something like that, and I did warn people about it there. I even showed the lid because I had the lid sitting on the counter and there was overspray on the lid. I even tried scraping one of them off on camera to show people how difficult it was even trying to remove it with a fingernail.
Much of the buildup, yeah.
Oh gosh, that stuff was, well, it did its job. It was definitely a firm hold. It wasn't going anywhere.
Right.
The only thing that I wish would grow a little bit faster is these little pieces down here at the very bottom where my M. It's like my reverse widow's peak.
Yeah.
I wish those would grow a little bit faster because that's the only thing I cannot get in a ponytail.
Yeah, obviously it won't be very long before you are able to get everything into a ponytail, so that's good.
Oops. That's right.
Should be pretty good.
I don't know. We'll figure out when I sit down.
Nope, maybe a little bit more this way. That works. There you go. There we go.
I swear, I'm gonna find the screw to this thing and I'm gonna take it forward.
I know. I just don't mess with it because it's theirs.
Oh, that's right.
Yeah, it's not even my chair.
Well,
It's their chair.
right. And these things are not cheap. I think last time I looked at prices for these, they were like $450 or $500 for a chair.
Sometimes, yeah. Ranges between $3,000 and $1,000 depending on what kind of chair you're getting.
Yeah, you can see the wave.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, you do get kind of a natural.
But it's only, like I said, it's funny. This piece here is kind of like more straight than this side.
Mm-hmm.
But it's
you get
like,
one side that flips out and one side that flips under, pretty much.
Yeah.
Or one side that's straighter. All right. I'm going to use the Joico Blonde Life Serum. It's going to help us style it.
I already have enough brunette moments. Now I'll have some blonde ones too.
Right. I know this particular one just happens to work so great on all different hair types that even though it's supposed to be formulated for blondes, sometimes as hairdressers we bend the rules a little bit.
I used to use that Aquage shine spray on just about everybody.
Yeah,
because
you'll find those products where it's like, oh my gosh, it works so great on everyone.
Or there was one from Bedhead. It was like a light green color. It was kind of like a styling gel, but it looked like snot, to be honest. It was green. It came in like a little twisted up bottle that looked like, you know, the Elmer Blue tops. And I would squeeze it out, and then I would put like a thumbful of the Red Can Rewind in my hand and mix the two together and use that in people's hair.
Oh yeah.
It worked if I was doing a blowout and wanted a smoother result. It worked if I was doing like rollers. I mean, it really, and it was like two products you never would have thought. And the one is supposed to, I think, help with frizz and helps with shine, and it's like heat protectant. And then of course you know what the Red Can Rewind is. That stuff is like,
it's like a paste.
Yeah.
It's got the fibers in it.
And it was just really funny how it worked in like everybody's hair, just like the shine spray. I could use it on the hair and then blow it dry, and it would leave the hair nice and soft and silky and smooth and shiny. I could put it on after it was dry, and it would make people's hair greasy because a lot of oil sheen sprays do that.
Yes.
With my hair, you can spray straight up cooking oil in it, and I think it would look fine.
It would still be fine. Yeah. Oh gosh, see, not me. If I go a little crazy with my serum, it's like, oh no, I'm a grease ball now.
Oh no, I use a lot of oil on my hair.
Yeah.
I think it's just used to it.
Yeah, we're just gonna let your natural body just kind of come through.
That's a 1.5 inch, right? The brush?
I believe so.
Yeah, I was gonna say it's like halfway between my 1 inch, because I have one from Regis that's my 2 inch that's metal like that, and then I have my 1 inch that's a Joico brush. And I've had them since I was a kid, actually.
I feel like sometimes the smaller the brush, the more control you get, and oddly enough, the more smooth it can get.
I usually use the big one when I'm doing like finishing stuff, but I don't know.
Yeah, depends on the day.
I used to, whenever Regis would do one of those like days where the stylists were learning how to do certain techniques or coloring or that kind of thing, since our hairdresser worked at a Regis salon, we would go in and I would always get like a cut with some crazy color, and I'd always end up with some sort of goodie bag to go home. So I have a big paddle brush that says Regis on it. My 2 inch brush came, I think I was like 8 or 9 when I got that, because my hair used to be a shoulder undercut mob.
Yeah,
and my
mom
mom
used to be a hair model sometimes.
I was so jealous. Had I known, like I haven't been to a premiere since 2007.
Oh, it's so fun.
Every year I was always a hair model of the group.
Oh yeah.
And every year I'd get up on the stage and they would want somebody that they could cut and color, and I'd be like, you do whatever. And the guy, the main presenter would always get a hold of my hair. He goes, oh, we're not cutting this.
They're like, nope, we're keeping it.
But then they would have to, like, if they tried to lighten my hair, they would put lightener on my hair and then send me to the back, and I'd be back there lightening for like 4 hours before they could bring me back on stage, because my hair, it takes forever.
Yeah.
Did you pick up any of the guy tank stuff while you were there?
No, I was primarily with Joico because I'm about to begin my educator training with them.
Oh, that's cool.
So, yeah. So starting the end of next month, I will be starting on my training, and then one day, maybe be on, stage at premiere for Joico. So, yeah, I'm excited about it. It's good stuff in my career.
I don't think I used a whole lot of Joico in my time for the salon. We were either Matrix or Wonderful.
Yeah, just a few years ago, Joico kind of rebranded themselves. And now they're one of the most innovative companies in the industry right now. So they've been coming out with such amazing products. So it's really cool to find a brand that I can actually really stand behind, because I wanted to do this for a really long time, but I just could never quite find that company that I was like 100%, could really super back up until now. So
now, do they have like color line and a lightener line and tongue solutions? They have all that stuff?
Yes.
I don't remember them ever having color out here.
There you go. I'll turn my temperature down a little bit.
No, that's okay. I was just... My head's tough. My ear, I guess, isn't it?
I know. It's the metal from the earrings. Sometimes it can warm up a little bit.
Well, and it's sterling, but it has a silicone back on it, so...
Oh, yeah.
The silicone grabs the heat and holds onto it for a minute. That's why silicone is so good to use for, like, your oven and pot holders and stuff, because it can hold heat for up to 450 degrees before it starts to deteriorate.
Oh, yeah.
And people aren't allergic to it as often as other, you know, any type of polystyrene or like polyester or poly whatever type of compound.
Poly blend.
Yeah. Well, you figure your hair combs, the little black hair combs, those are all made from a type of PVC pipe. And then you've got all of the different breakdowns of the different plastics between the softer plastics and the harder plastics. And then you've got latex is also in the plastic family. And they don't really make it from the tree anymore. A lot of people don't realize latex was made from a tree or is and can be made from the bark of a tree.
Yeah.
And it's naturally occurring. But the you have PVC, which is polyvinyl chloride, and then you have PVCA, which is polyvinyl chloride acetate. The acetate form is latex. The PVC is what most of our like harder plastics are made out of, like your brush handle and the parts of the plastic parts of the hair dryer and hair combs and stuff like that. And people like me are allergic to PVCA, and any derivative of PVCA I have severe allergic reactions to.
Yeah.
So when
I
people
was gonna ask how do you know so much about all this? And that makes sense. So you've done your research, yeah.
When you find out that you're allergic to something, and then you basically, if you end up in the hospital, they stick everything with a yellow sticker on your forehead because yellow stickers in the hospital mean latex allergy. So you've got a yellow wristband, and you've got yellow on your chart, you've got yellow on your door, and I'm serious, you do everything but stick a yellow out of order sticker on your forehead. So I was curious as to what made the latex, which is in the plastic family, what made it so much different from normal plastic. And then you have things like the silicones and the silicates. Silicates can, if they get too hot, they make like fumes, toxic fumes, kind of like when you burn styrofoam. You know how toxic that is?
Yeah.
That's in a silicate fume. And I was like, wait a minute, these are all types of like
they're all in the same family.
Yes.
Yeah.
But the compounds, even though their base compounds start as one thing, when you like branch off and look at some of the other actual chemical compositions on, you know, your hydrogen, your oxygen, your, you know, chlorines, that kind of thing. When it like branches off, it's like, say you've got one that is shaped like this. The other one is shaped like this. And I'm allergic to the one like this, but not the one like this.
Interesting.
It's like the difference between coffee and chocolate. They're the same compound, same ingredients, but you've got coffee that's like this and chocolate that's like this. The only difference between the molecular structure of one and the other is it's split. Your main base components are the same, but what is offshooting from one side of the actual chemical compound for coffee is reversed for chocolate. That's the only difference. I'm like,
I didn't know they were so closely related.
oh, well, it's kind of like, have you ever heard the phrase, remember when I Can't Believe It's Not Butter became like a really big deal? It's real butter, not plastic or something like that.
Yes.
And people were referring to margarine as being plastic. It is. It's two chemical components away from being plastic.
Wow.
It's still edible, but our body doesn't break it down as easily as it would a butter because our body looks at it as plastic. So yeah,
Interesting.
it's
I'm gonna go home and start reading all the labels. Like, wait a minute.
well, and a lot of the things that you'll find on like labels. When I started looking at like allergen ingredients in skincare, because I kept having a reaction. I mean, you know, my face. I'm not wearing foundation, which is normal for me.
Yeah.
But you can see my face is so much darker than the rest of me. This is from a chemical reaction with a cleanser that not only contains formaldehyde, which I'm allergic to, and formaldehyde comes in many different forms. Like I used to always like preach to my clients, don't buy anything with the anti-damping. It's 10% formalin. We use formaldehyde to keep germs off of our combs and our brushes.
Yeah.
Why would you
In a
want to?
concentrated
Yes,
type of.
that little white. Do they still make those little white bottles with the blue and red wording on it? That's like it looks like a salt shaker, but I used to keep one in my Walmart. I'll have to see if I can find it.
They might have changed all the labeling and stuff.
It was a
But
little,
yeah, we still use barbicide, ship shape,
Oh,
all
yeah.
those kinds of things.
Yep.
You have to.
I used to use all of those.
Word of law.
But like people didn't understand. They're like, what do you mean it's formaldehyde? I was like, it's formalin. Formalin is a derivative of formaldehyde. So you basically can take formaldehyde and add water to it, and you've got a derivative of. They're like, oh, wait a minute, what's formaldehyde? I was like, the stuff they embalm dead people with so they don't rot. And they're like, ew, I'm putting that in my hair. I'm like, yeah, that's what you're putting in your hair. And then they use these emulsifiers with it, which is a wax. So you put formaldehyde in your hair, and it coats it with wax, and it seals it in your hair. And that's why people were getting like split ends and breakage from like using Pantene and Dove back in the day, was because the wax would build up and build up and build up, and it would just snap off because
Oh, yeah.
the weight was just too much.
You used to be able to like run just a razor
God,
on
you
your
would,
hair
oh
shaft
yes, and you
just
have all this like
chunks
white
would come out.
crusty, oh, it's
Oh yeah.
gross.
Yep.
And people,
A lot of people don't realize that their hair is like that.
and if you did that to my hair, if you took wet or dry, if you did the straight test on my hair, you would 9 times out of 10 not find any buildup on my hair.
Because you're using the right products.
Well, and I use a clarifying shampoo every 5 to 6 washes so that it's not getting any buildup. I don't care. I use a ton of oil. I'll mix 3 or 4 oils together in my hand and apply them to my hair. And I know from experience that that can weigh it down and can cause buildup. Now, I could probably go too much without having to use a clarifying shampoo because of the type of hair I have.
Yeah.
But anybody else, their hair would look so limp and it would not do what they want it to do. And so I don't know, it's one of those subconscious things. And I can feel it on my hair. I can feel the buildup because your hair just doesn't feel right.
It doesn't. There's a big difference between a waxy softness and a real softness.
Yes.
So, because a lot of my clients will say, anybody that's using like some over-the-counter product will be like, but it makes my hair feel so soft. And I'm like, yes, but there's such a difference.
Yes. There's soft where it's hydrated and soft where it's coated, and there's usually a really big difference.
Yes.
But yeah, I started looking at like ingredients in my like skincare and looking at how they break down for AHAs and DHAs. You've got different alpha hydroxy acids and the beta hydroxy acids. And then you look at some of the other ingredients that they use to solidify other ingredients so that they can mix. And then you get in, and I was like, what is this linalool and limonene thing that I keep finding? And basically and you'll probably even see it in your like hair products. My hair's stuck on my face. But what it is when you have a product that has either a floral note or citrus note to it, they use limonene and linalool in it to help spread the fragrance throughout the product and keep it dispersed versus
So it's not all concentrated at the very bottom and you gotta shake
and you have
it.
to shake it.
Yeah.
And it was one of those things that, and some people are sensitive to it because it is kind of like a citric acid derivative. And that can cause your skin to change color. So, because I really did a deep dive and I spent like 4 or 5 days researching every ingredient in that chemical that made my face dark. And even though it has been a year since I started using it, and it's been over 6 months since I stopped using it, my face is still so much darker than the rest of me, it's not even funny.
But that's interesting.
But yeah, it's crazy how, and there's people that get into using AHAs and DHAs, and sometimes those different acids can fight with each other. Some are recommended for nighttime use only because, again, they're photosensitive, and people don't know what photosensitivity is, and they don't realize that UV light can cause your skin hair to be reacting to.
Yeah, so that's why there are certain skincare lines that they'll actually tell you do not go in the sun
Right.
if you're using these products because it can cause a chemical reaction.
Like raw vitamin E, you're not supposed to be in direct sunlight with that stuff at all, period.
Yeah.
Just like medications and stuff that you take, like say when you've got doxycycline and a lot of the penicillin products, you cannot go in the sun because it makes you more susceptible to sunburn because of the chemical compounds that are in it.
Exactly.
Do you remember when, I know Continental came out with one, Redken came out with one, the spray treatments that you put on after you style your hair that are UVA and UV protectant?
A lot of products have that in there.
Yes, and people don't, they're like, they don't understand the difference between UVA and UVB. Because you've got your alpha rays and your beta rays, and then they don't realize that, oh, well, it's overcast outside. I don't need to, use sunscreen. And why would I put sunscreen on my hair? And it's just things like that. It really kind of makes me think. And there are so many people that go around in their daily life that are so uneducated about stuff, and they either don't want to learn or don't have the interest in learning. And I'm just sitting here like,
because like, let me explain.
I know, I want to learn all these things, and I want to be able to explain it in like layman's terms instead of using like actual
Big giant words. Yeah. That way people can understand what you're teaching.
True. But I mean, I understand some of those topics are kind of yawn, but.
Yeah. Well, you get people that dork out and everything over it, and then you get the people that are just like, give me the cliff notes.
Right.
Just tell me the information I need to know, be done with it.
I always try to use examples when I'm explaining something so that they have something to wrap their head around. I don't know. I guess it's been ingrained in me since I went to beauty school because Miss Wilson used to always preach to us educate the client. Make
Yes.
sure that they understand what you're doing, how you're doing it, what steps you're using, how you're holding certain things, the types of products that you're using, why you're using those products on your hair, what type of hair they have. Oh, and they said, I don't care if that client has come to you once or if they've been coming to you for years.
Always educate.
Exactly, because you never know either if they're going to forget something or whether or not you're going to do something different, and they're going to need to know the difference between one step and another. I think she's like so deeply ingrained that to me when I was young that I go anywhere that I go, even if I'm at like Walmart and somebody asks for, say I'm shopping and another person's looking at something, I'm like, oh, you might want to try this because this one has this ingredient and this one doesn't. And it's just
makes a difference.
It's kind of like verbal letter really because I can't pour anyone without helping somebody.
Like I can't help but help you.
I had one lady, was she like 78, I think she told me she was, and we were in, she was looking at different nail polishes, and she was looking for something she would polish with like ridges in her nail, and she didn't know why she had ridges. Now I have really bad ridges in my nail, and mine it's always been a vitamin deficiency. And I could take 15 different vitamins and multivitamins and everything else, and it smooths my nails out a little bit, but not a whole lot.
Yeah. Well, like hair, a lot of that's genetic as well.
Yeah.
So some people are just genetically predisposed to it.
Yeah. And I have really bad eggshell nails with how that they are and how they bend.
Break, they get kind of brittle.
No, you can when they draw past a certain part of my finger, they start to grow down.
Oh, yeah.
And then you can literally do this and bend the nail flat against the tip of my finger. But my nails are so tough that I can literally do this on a piece of like packing tape or packages that shrink wrap and slice it right open because my nails are so tough.
Wow.
So and it's funny, like I can use my nails as like flathead screwdriver kind of thing.
Yeah.
Because they're super tough.
Wow. So you just have great genetics, is what you're saying. You've got great hair, you've got great nails, good skin.
Well, when I was younger, I was always told I had peaches and cream skin, and it's funny now that I've gotten older, I've gotten more and more yellow undertones in my skin as I've aged. Because I used to be like super pale with rosy cheeks and like peach and pink looked super good on me. I could pull off like those like my mom used to always show me in pastel colors.
Yeah.
And if you know anything of you should know something about the seasons where you have the spring, summer, winter, autumn colors. I can wear everything but most of the autumn colors.
Yeah, so
like,
you don't do well with warmer.
Yeah, I
kind of
can't
tones.
do like olive tones. They make me look really sick. The like plum shades and like the really like russet colors, those like really make me look sick.
Yeah.
But I can wear winter colors, I can wear bright, I can wear pastels. It's more of those like muted, the warm, muted colors that I cannot wear.
Yeah.
Like the hunter green, that green with like an olive taste to it, I love it. I can't wear it. It makes me look like I've been teaching for 3 years. I know one of my salons did that. They had one of our teachers come in and sit down with like swatches of colored fabric to show, like to hold up to people to show what their coloring was.
Yeah.
I kind of wish that more people would know about those kinds of things because it helps out with your makeup. It helps out with what clothing you wear. Hair color. Oh my gosh.
Yeah. It can change your life just to know what your like power shades are. Is
Right?
what I call it. Is your
Like
power
my kill
shade.
shades are like red and black. If you see me in red and black, get out of my way. I'm ready. I will just
We're
trample
like
through
confident.
it.
Yeah.
And when I used to have red hair, everybody was like, "Oh my gosh, that looks good." Like it really brings out the warmth of my skin with red hair. But I always did like the burgundy red, so ones that were like more purple and fuchsia based, than like the red that you have, which looks a little bit more fiery, a little bit more orange. I didn't go up those tones.
Yeah.
I had to use some of the more cooler tones, and I don't know. I think education based on like that kind of thing would be so neat.
Oh yeah.
But again, I don't know who would be interested in watching anything like that.
Right. There are people out there, for sure. Yeah, that's one cool thing about being a hairdresser and a makeup artist is that I can change my hair all the time, and I always look like a totally different person because I not only change my hair, I change my eyebrow color, I change the colors that I wear. I'll change like my, like I maybe wouldn't go for bright red eyeshadow while I have bright red hair. You know what I mean? So you just kind of subtly switch it
the
up.
shades. Oh, I might have to we might have to get together and I might have to do a bright red eye look on you.
No, yeah.
I don't know if you saw the video that I did for my Valentine's Day makeup look where I did a bright red eye with a black, like a heart wing liner.
I don't think so.
And I use like a rich cherry red on my lids. Oh.
See, with blue eyes, red, oh my gosh, red,
but I look
pinks, and
so
golds.
white when I have the red and then the red lip. I look so pale. That's the only drawback.
Yeah.
Like I'm using like a salmon color in my crease and then more like a peach on my lid. And then I used the lip color that I'm wearing. The base color is like a rich orange, like tangerine shade, and then I put like a dusty mauve over it, and it's kind of like made on this salmon color. I would never wear shades like this because I know they don't always look good on me. But I think for what it's doing, it makes my face look green, of course. But my eyes look so like rich and blue right now with the orange background. I'm like, I might have to. I hate orange on there. I don't like the way I look at orange because I look so green with it.
Yeah.
I don't know. I don't like it as I look.
I love to play with color. Just because, I mean, you never know. Like, I mean, you can pretty much pull off any color as long as you know the right way to do it.
Right?
So if you put it next to, another color that would complement.
But I'm also the weirdo that wears green eyeshadow at the same time I'm wearing purple.
Yeah.
And those are, obvious
That's
color
creativity. Yeah.
But you also have to stick in the same, like if you're using a cool tone green, I would recommend using a cool tone purple versus a
So
warm
it's in
tone
the same
purple.
family.
Exactly. And then you can wear a green and a purple at the same time and not counteract each other. Even though I use, for my purple under eye circles, I use a yellow corrector. And everybody's like, no, you should be using like peach and salmon. I'm like, no, because I have green in my skin. I look really bad when I use a peach corrector, like really bad. And then people were like, no, you should use a blue corrector. I'm like, does it cover up purple?
Right. If you're covering up purple, then you want to do yellow.
Yeah.
Yeah, that's what's wonderful about complementary colors is that no matter if you're dealing with makeup or with hair color, same concepts.
Oh yeah, but there was actually one video that I watched of this guy who was a makeup artist and hairdresser, and he like broke down the color wheel and said some people will tell you that in order to cover up purple you need to put pink on it. I'm like, no, because it's not. If you look at the color wheel, you want to do like opposites, so like red and green counteract each other. I mean, you have purple and yellow, and they counteract each other. Why would you go and cover up a purple dark under eye with pink because it doesn't make any sense? They're too close to each other. You want something completely opposite. And there's only been a couple of people that I've seen explain how to counteract different colors on YouTube when I've like searched for it. Because like I even had one person say, "Oh, use a red lipstick."
Yeah, I've seen that go around.
Well, number one, I'm not a mid-tone tan, skin
Olive
tone.
complexion.
I am olive complexion, but I'm
Not like a dark
like
olive.
a rich undertone. I'm not Middle Eastern or Indian or somebody from that region of the world where the red does seem to counteract the undertones in their skin, and that's what hides dark circles. Plus, people in that region of the world have like this rich brown, like tannish brown dark circle versus what I've got, which is a blue purple. And that was another thing that when I think I did a color corrector video, I talked about the different undertones that you can have in dark circles where using a peach might help, using a blue might help, because everybody's different.
Yeah, it depends on the look that you're going for, what you're starting with, and what you want your end result to be.
Yeah.
So.
I kind of wish, I'd love to have like somebody like James Bennett or, oh gosh, what is her name? Natasha Denona, or some of the other like really well-known, even Nicole Miller. I'd love to have one of those people like sit down with my face and see what they would do to counteract my dark under eye circles, and see how many of them do it the way that I do, or if they do it completely different than how I do.
And that's exactly what it is. It's just like everybody's got their own style.
Yeah.
So, yeah. It could be the same problem, and there'll be 1,000 different ways to execute it.
Yeah.
So.
Like, I wish I could do wing eyeliner like you've got, but you have nice almond-shaped eyes, and I don't.
No.
Because my eyes, if you look, they're partially deep set, which is why my eye protrudes down here. They're a little bit downturned, and then of course I have hooded eyes. And I had a stroke, so this side of my face is lower than this side. So when I go to do a wing, if I start here at the corner of my eye and go up, it does this.
Yeah.
I'm like, even if I try and go down to under my eye and try and wing it up, it always ends up looking like a sad kid.
Yeah. You just have to do your wing up a little bit higher than the corner of your eye.
I've tried that too. It always looks sad.
Yeah. It just takes some practice. Or maybe you're just not a winged eyeliner kind of girl.
I do like the top lash line, like really close to the top lash line. Well, I'll wing it out with makeup.
Yeah, sometimes
With makeup,
eyeshadow.
I can do that. Yeah.
Yeah. That's all yours.
It is. But I was like, it was like stuck in between your fingers and held them.
Story of my life. Yeah, this is a very chic haircut on you.
I had so many people tell me, oh, that looks more professional on you.
It does. It looks like you're some like fancy business lady that like owns some company somewhere.
Yeah.
In like a skyrise or whatever. A high-rise building.
If only I could get a job.
Are you looking?
I have been, yeah.
Yeah.
I actually went to, I had some law office out of Miami taking me to court for something, saying I owe money for something, and the stand-in lawyer that was at court with me, well, it was mediation. We talked for a good half an hour, and they didn't know what the money was owed for. The guy never filed it with the courts, and every time he filed like late. And the judge is a stickler for that. But at the end of the meeting, because we talked about the fact that I don't have a job and that I don't have any income, and had my mom's wife not bought some jewelry from me the other day, I wouldn't have had, I would have had to borrow money from my dad or something to come and get this done. But thankfully they gave me enough to come. But the one lawyer that was standing in, he told me if I lived down by Orlando, he says, I would have hired you today. Because of how I handled the mediation.
You're very analytical with things too. Like you do kind of like look at things from an objective perception. So.
I try to do that.
Yeah.
Well, and I do that with everything though. Everything in my life, or if like I'm looking at a situation, but I'm also a Libra, so that's kind of like how we're built anyways.
Like
because I like I'm one of the observer people, so I'll stand back and look at the room and see what's going on, and then if somebody needs me or whatever, then I don't mind stepping in. But like I have a different perspective on things than other people because I try not to look at it from like how I would feel. I look at the details and go from there. And I am very logical and very analytical, and sometimes it has I have a problem where I have no tact. But I don't know.
All right, well, we will go in towards the camera so that they can see. This is the length that she is at now. I'm going to show that. Oh, we'll be recording it, so it stopped out automatically.
Oh, yeah, it does that. Let's see. This one, oh, yep, that's at 34 minutes on this one. So,
just a second, I'll spin you around. And
well, this one here stopped recording at 30 minutes, and then you got to restart it.
Okay, sure.
All right, I restarted both of them.
All right. Okay.
I forget how low this thing is.
I know. I had it pumped way down.
Well, and with hair, with the heels on, I'm 6 foot tall, so that doesn't help.
Here's where her length is at now. Still has a little bit of the undercut at the very, very bottom, just to help it kind of naturally go under. But it is growing for sure.
I know the biggest thing is when I like tip my head to the side, I can see where it falls on my neck, compared to the fact that it used to literally just roll and right up underneath my chin.
Just gonna sit in here.
So do you want a quarter of it? You can take it.
Honestly, if I had any more room on my hair, I totally would. I've got pretty deceivingly thick hair myself. But yeah, love it. Super cute.
So how long do you think, in general, how long do you think my hair grows a month? Because it's been, like I said, it's been 2 months since you cut it, 2 months and a day.
Yeah.
And I mean,
I would say probably at the very least an inch a month, just at this rate so far. So it is the summertime, and oddly enough, hair does grow faster in the summertime too. So if we had started this in the wintertime, we might have like a different story. I don't know if it's just the humidity or if it's just our body's way of being like, oh, we gotta start growing hair because it's hibernation time in a couple months. So you're like way evolved. You're ready for hibernation. So
well,
yeah,
I cut it when I did so that it would have all summer to grow.
Exactly.
So that by the time it became winter time, I had enough to cover my
head. Exactly.
Now,
yeah.
As a projection, how long do you think my hair will be within, say 6 months or even a year, so that people, maybe can get an idea just based on, you figure it was cut to here in April, and here I am almost shoulder length, and it's only been 2 months.
Yeah.
So within 6 months, where would you expect my hair to possibly be for like a growing maybe guideline?
Okay, I would say, well, probably, about 6 months from now will be end of December, early January. So probably starting in October, I would say maybe September, depending on how our weather is this summer. You can expect it to slow down a little bit with the growth. So I mean, I would say you're gonna at least get probably, I would say at least another 4 to 5 inches.
So
probably.
you'd say about here.
I would say at least collarbone, like minimum.
And then by maybe April next year, would you expect it to be like somewhere in here? Or
yeah, I would say it would be getting a little bit closer to between the shoulder blades.
Okay.
So yeah.
Yeah, that was another thing they asked was, you know, how long did I
Until it grows back
expect?
out.
Right?
Yeah.
How long till you have long hair again? And then they were, because when I made a comment about I'll see you in 2 years to get it chopped off again, people were like, there's no way your hair's gonna grow that fast. Do you think, okay, being April next year, that my hair will be middle of, you know, my shoulder blades, in one more year after that, it'll be at least the middle of my back, and then maybe the third year it would be another 20 inches to cut. Do you think it will take my hair 3 years total from the time you cut it to the time it's ready to be long enough to donate again? Do you think my hair will take at least 3 years, or do you think it'll take longer or less?
I mean, it's hard to say, but just as like a projection, probably about 3 years. Yeah, I would say, because sometimes, you know, if somebody comes in, they have like black box dye or, you know, any kind of box dye in their hair, and I say, how long has it been? And they say, oh, it's all grown out by now. And I say, how long has it been? You know, I mean, sometimes people don't realize that hair that's way down here
Still
been
has
there
hair
for years, and it still has hair dye on it. So that's usually kind of how I gauge. It's just depending on how long the hair is, for how long it's been growing.
See, how long has it been since I've used box dye in my hair? I think since 1997.
Well, yours is definitely already been cut out.
97, 96, I think was the last time I used box dye.
Yes. It would have been like dragging through the hallway by now if
my
you let it
gosh.
grow that whole time.
Yes.
So for sure. Yeah. So I would say, I mean, to get back to the length that you originally had when I first saw you, over 3 years.
Okay.
So yeah. So you
Well,
still
do
have
you
a little ways
wanna-
to go.
Depending on finances, do you want to continue to like record these updates like every 6 months or so? And I mean, because it's up to you, it's your schedule and it's you being recorded as well.
Yeah,
so,
I don't mind.
I mean,
it's fun. I like doing videos and pictures and YouTube and all that stuff too. So yeah, just whenever you want to give updates, I am down. I'm here. So
great. Look at this gray streak right here.
there were a couple little crazy ones in there.
Yeah.
I noticed while I was flipping your hair around.
It does what it wants. But people are shocked at the fact that I have gray hair, because it doesn't look like it until I like pull it back and then you see the nice streak.
Yeah, because you've only got like a little bit, and it's mainly, I will say, it is mainly through the top, which is pretty common. Like you've got a few little wispies throughout out here, but
It's
always
mainly right.
top and front usually is the first to go.
Yeah,
so.
I think like right in this area was where I got my first like little patch, and I was like 25, and it's literally concentrated, and then I started getting them in my crown section a few years back, but I'm almost 40, so I'm allowed to have
You're doing
that.
good. You're doing great. All right.
Well, thank you.
There
Thank
it
you.
is. Absolutely. Thank you. It's always a pleasure.
All right, let's stop down and start this one.
All right.
I guess we'll record an outro.